Hello, my dear Gemini. This is your love and spirituality reading for the time between January the 1st to January 15, 2017, with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. If you want to support my channel, you can click at the ad in the beginning of the video or view it for 30 seconds or to the end of the ad, whichever comes first. Thank you. I will be much grateful for the help and support. I'm also grateful for all of you watching, liking, and subscribing to my videos. My subscribers are now more than 20,000, which I never expected. So know my gratitude for you. So I call the divine with love and light, and I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and I call the 6 elements, earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Gemini. So I want my dear Gemini to have love in their lives. I want to find them to find themselves in loving relationships and to having creative success and walking on their highest path towards spiritual enlightenment. And also your highest destiny, so the reason to why you came to earth at this time. I also want to take this chance to tell you about the beautiful full moon, the 12th of January. In the 12th, we will also have Venus reaching its greatest eastern elongation and will be on its highest point over the horizon in the evening sky. So look at the bright planet in the western sky after sunset, so you will see beautiful Venus. I will also say that I'm using the Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan, and the artist is Mark Evans. So, okay, I will tune in a few seconds. Okay, so Gemini, this is your future. This is your now, and this is the past. The now is probably the first half of January 2017, but whenever you watch this, is probably the exact right time to see it. Okay, so the first card for you, Gemini, is the Temperance card. The Temperance card is a very beautiful card about about walking on your highest path and spiritual growth. It's about expanding yourself and getting to know yourself more and more for each and every day. It's also a kind of giving up. You have a lot of defenses towards, you want to be a specific person, but you can't. You can only be yourself. So all these old defenses that you have had, they need to kind of go for your soul to be able to take room in your body. So it's kind of the ego needs to go. Your old survival skills, the things that you have done to kind of, to fit yourself in the context of everything on earth. You have tried to follow rules and regulations and laws and behavior codes, and those are different for different cultures. So there's no universal code that we humans are using, but our soul is different. So if you follow more yourself and try to find out more about yourself and expand yourself, everything is about mirroring. With this Temperance card, we see how the chalices are being, she's magically fixing this angel, like water is flowing back and forth here, and that's how we mix our waters together. When you are out in society, maybe on a workplace, you might have people there which you admire a great deal, and also people that makes you irritated. So those people that you admire, they probably have the same personal skills that you have, but maybe you have them dormant. Maybe you don't really use them, or you don't see them with yourself. So it's the same thing if you fall in love with someone. They have probably the same kind of personal skills or things that you are attracted by that's currently unexploited within yourself. And the same thing is for people that's kind of annoying you. They probably have a personality trait that you also have and which you don't like with yourself. So start to see those personality traits and find out how you can have use of them. Maybe you irritate yourself on people being lazy, for example. If you see certain people in your surrounding being lazy, when can you use this skill, being lazy? You can use it when you're exhausted, or when you need to rest, or when you need to take time to figure something new out about yourself. So maybe there's a time also to be lazy. So it's like this. So, and this is a card of when all those dots is put together into a new mix. A Temperance card is about alchemy. It's about making gold out of lesser metals. It's about working to become more you can say. So it's a playful act. My dog is currently playing here in the room as well, so it's kind of emphasizing that. Playing with his toys. So the next card for you is Page of Swords. And Page of Swords is a child, and it's an air sign child, or it's a child that's very truthful and honest and see things from a above perspective. So it might be indicated that you are starting to voice your own concerns, or the person that you really are. You see that it's an eagle here, and the sword is raised, so this person is kind of prepared to protect himself. So this might be you protecting or communicating the person that you truly are, like the person that you are in your soul, in your core. So this is a very revolutionary energy, that it's like how children are. They want to do new things. Everything that's old and that's kind of reminding them of grown-ups is making them want to revolt a little bit. And this is how development is happening. This is how we grow as humanity. There's a very beautiful poem about this that Kali Gibran has been making, about the parents just being the bow which shoots away the arrow for the new children, and we can't follow them into their future. They are the future, and we are the things of the past. So this is something new coming in, a new idea, a new way of looking at things, something new and fresh, and probably a bit revolutionary. Okay. So the next card for you is Queen of Pentacles. So Queen of Pentacles is Earth. You have yourself here, probably Page of Swords, your inner child, and here's Earth, Queen of Pentacles. That might be a mother figure. It might be your more feminine mother archetype that you are currently mixing it about with. Maybe it's time to do a little bit teenage rebellion, even against the mother. Sometimes this is hard for people to rebel against their mother. For the mother have, in the best case scenario, been there for their children. They have been born from her body. They have grown up together with her. She has given them all the advice they needed to stay alive and to become healthy persons. But sooner or later, the child needs to make a separation from the mother and maybe start questioning her and thinking that she's the most stupid thing in the whole world, and very embarrassing too. So this might be something that's going on within you right now, that you are defining yourself and separating yourself from the motherly archetype. You're going to need her later on, of course, but just for the moment, maybe you want to break a little bit of her rules and do things in a different way, like a new way, your way. Queen of Pentacles might be an actual person in your surrounding as well. It can be earth sign, like a Virgo, a Taurus, or Capricorn, or it can be any person that's kind of motherly and have a lot of skills like this, being very creative, passionate, loyal, like a trustworthy friend, like someone you can always turn to, and someone that knows a lot of things and is good on solving problems. And the next card for you is Two of Swords. This a little bit teenage revolution that's going on inside of you can make you very confused, because maybe you think the motherly aspect has good qualities, but in the same time you need to find something to revolt against, whatever. It just needs to be something, and when you find it you will be very happy, because finally you can make this revolution. And Two of Swords is kind of being in Osho Zen Tarot. That's a very good deck that I can recommend, and this card is called Schizophrenia. Not really referring to the illness, but actually referring to the state where you kind of torn in two. One part maybe of you wants to be a good kid, good citizens, obedient, get a lot of love, attention, people caring for you, things like this. And the other side of you wants to grow, wants to mature, wants to break the shell of the egg, wants to expand themselves, be something that's have never been seen before. So this is kind of a touch and go with this card. It can be a choice that needs to be made. It might be a new development that's kind of waiting for you to take this challenge and to actually do it. So it's actually challenging. It's something that's not really comfortable, and you're kind of trying to keep status quo here. You kind of try to keep the emotions in check, not facing the challenge. That's the moon, and just trying to blind yourself, not feel anything. you don't want to do this, but it's like spring. It kind of hesitates before it's go out in full bloom. It's kind of afraid for the new thing that's coming, even though it's kind of rushing through their veins, and they know something is coming that's big, but in the same time it's scary. So it seems to be this kind of moment. And when you need to maybe tell someone something that's not really comfortable, and you might owe them a great deal of things, it might feel very, very uncomfortable, and you might not want to do it. You might hesitate a lot. And here's the Two of Cups, so that's the other coin, the other side of the coin. Two of Swords is kind of not wanting to take the step, not wanting to burst out in spring, not want to tell a person the thing that you truly have on your mind. And Two of Cups is the other way around. Two of Cups is actually talking, actually taking the step, actually showing who you really are. But also it's very beautiful. It's not this uproar thing I feel anymore. It's kind of a cooperation instead. So maybe you can turn this maturity thing, maybe you can mature through this relationship with dignity. That seems to be a good possibility, that you actually can grow up and just turn things around in a beautiful way, honoring the mother aspect, the feminine aspect in this, and still maybe separate yourself from it in an adult way. Like, okay, mom, it's good that you worry, but I have driven a car now for 5 years. I will take it easy, so you don't have to worry. So taking, just turning it around, and instead of being agitated on this person, always wanting to be concerned for you or knowing the best way to do things or whatever. So just take the lead in a very friendly, cooperating kind of way that's given both needs being met, both the revolutionary side of you and the more giving, caretaking, feminine side of you. Both is getting their needs met, so in a very beautiful way. So this seemed to be a very harmonious way to solve this conflict, even if it may be within you or on the outside of you. And Temperance is also a card for love. It's how you meet a person that's kind of different from you in many ways, and you are very different, but when you meet, This is an ignition. It's kind of you. When you meet someone that's very unlike you, you get a lot of experience from another world, kind of, and you're expanding your consciousness. So this is why we're supposed to be alike, and why we attract people that's having our dormant skills inside of them. Or they might have skills on the outside of them that's dormant within us, was what I'm trying to say. So here we have yet another revolutionary child. We have the Page of Wands, fire person, very in tune with their spirit. It comes underneath the Temperance card. That's for spiritual development. So nothing will stop this maturity from happening, or this energy from getting forward towards the light. So this is kind of the seed growing towards the light. The Page of Wands is a sun child, so it doesn't want to stay in earthy darkness. It doesn't want to stay in the soil. It wants to expand towards the light, freedom, happiness, new adventures, calling for their new future, calling for maybe more people in their life. Maybe you have a longing for more love, more warmth, more people that's like you, maybe people that's on your level, that you can open up to, speak to in the same spiritual level, kind of. So the Page of Wands isn't here to obey or to agree. They are here to disobey a little bit and be a pioneer, doing new things, getting this expansion and this progress. Keep it moving, keep the wheel moving into the future. Nothing will ever stay the same. And the Page of Wands is one of the work of the Page of Wands is to do constant revolution. So with both those shells, Page of Swords and Page of Wands, we have the Moon card. And this was the challenge we were talking about, the challenge with the Moon, to find out more, expand more, see more what's in the shadow, what still isn't visible for you, or what you still haven't give yourself time to experience. It's like some video games that you can play. It's like a map which are dark, and when you go into certain places, the map lights up more and more. And the Moon card is much like that. Like there are a lot of areas of your life that you haven't really looked upon. It might be scary things like fears and things with your personality that you don't really like, or you haven't really excavated them. But there might be a lot of hidden treasures here as well, and adventures, and new things, new strengths, new personality traits, a lot of things that's kind of you haven't given yourself time, or you haven't been daring enough, because this was when you were trying to keep status quo. But here is kind of, well, then this needs to be done anyway. I can't be scared of it. We see the Page of Wands having this wand, and this a bit older person has also a wand, but it's on fire. So using your spiritual energy to take yourself through this new challenge, this new experience, something that you haven't been seeing before. It's kind of when we had like tribes, we lived in tribes, and we had a lot of tests for our young people. They needed to go through those tests to be an adult person. So we might have thrown them out in the woods for several weeks, or something similar. And this is kind of this happening, this challenge to become a grown-up person. And even if you already are a grown-up person, you have a lot of this kind of events in your life, different time when you break up from the old and kind of go in and search out the new things, experience the new things. There's always new things with you to experience and expand. So it's definitely a challenge, and it's something that you might not have done before, so it might be a bit frightening. The next card we have is underneath Queen of Pentacles, this steady motherly figure. We have the safety of home, the safety of things that we value. So it can be hard sometimes for a person to leave the comfortable, safe things for a challenging adventure. And it might be two persons also having two different perspective. It might be an older person here having like a safety aspect, like they value things that's mature, that's already there. Like if you have a job, don't leave it. If you have a relationship, don't leave it. If you have a beautiful home, why buy a new one? It's kind of this thinking of a little conservative. But this energy, it's more about adventure and things unknown. And this is typical for young people and more older people. Older people might have settled and they have seen a lot with the world, and they find out, well, no place are like home, kind of. So they don't want to roam around the world and find a better place, because they have found out that the best place were at home. But still, you need to do this if you have this longing within you. So underneath the Two of Swords, we have the Chariot. So this is when you stop hesitating and actually take the challenge and burst forward towards your dreams. And you have the moon with you there and the stars to guide you, and a black and a white horse. So that's Sagittarius and Cancer energy. So maybe you can take your home with you where you go. Maybe you don't have to go on your own. Maybe you can have this adventure together with someone else, or still have contact with this safety zone, this comfortable side of things, but still have adventure in your life, and still have challenges, and still have beautiful dreams. But usually if we leave a place, for example, if we rent out our apartment to travel the world, that apartment might not feel as like home anymore when we come home. Someone else might have been living there and made this place their home. So things develop. When we leave a situation, things develop, life moves on. And sometimes when we come back, we find that life has moved on without us. So this is, of course, one danger with this adventure. So the next card underneath the Two of Cups is the Strength card. The Strength card is a card about a passionate person. It's much like this Queen of Pentacles, but she has turned the safety of this dog has turned into a lion, and she is looking more relaxed. So this is strength. This is like a person being there more for others, and this is a person being there more for themselves. So what I see is, if you leave this safety of this situation, maybe also this person will outgrow you. You know, they will continue to develop, and when you come back, they might be on a total different place than you are. It's kind of like sliding doors happening here, where people are choosing different roads, and they might not end up together. It's what I'm trying to say. So be careful before you maybe split up a relationship or sell your home or leave something behind, because if you want it later, it might have grown away from you, so you can't have it anymore. It has, it's not loyal towards you anymore. It's loyal towards itself. Life doesn't wait for you when you go away on your adventure. But in the same way, this is also maturity and strength, and this was a little bit what this Page of Wands were looking for. So you might be the same way too. You might grow a lot from this adventure, this challenge, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be roaming the world. It can be whatever. It can also be like an inner experience that you are doing, kind of taking off the safety belt and being more in your strength, being more, not always being so diplomatic like Cancer energy, but more Sagittarius, more fire, more passionate. So this might be the journey you are supposed to do. Be more, being more brave. maybe between also with love, because this comes underneath love. So it might be a person also being scared of love and maturity, because this is a young energy, doesn't want to have any ties to it, and this is a very stable energy, and this energy is requiring maybe this person to grow a lot and take this challenge, what it means to grow into a love relationship and be grown-ups. Maybe they think they will lose their young demeanor and adventurous spirit if they go into something steady. So it might be a hesitation to take the next step into a relationship as well, maybe advancing in a relationship, maybe getting engaged or moving in together, things like this. So there might be a younger person that's maybe thinking that they are not really mature for this or not really ready, but the energy is already on. So either you hop on the train or you leave this scene altogether. It's no halfsies, what I see. It's a lot of major arcana card here just dragging you along. With the future here we have the Magician, and that's a very good card. It's like creating your life, dreaming forward your future. It's a little bit blown up here with the Page of Wands and the Magician, that they might think that they need to be in control, because to be really brave is to let go of control. But if you are still a young energy, you might think that control is the way to feel safe. But when you get adult like this, you see the roses in both the Magician and the Strength. When you get adult like this person, you have been able to kind of control your ego, and this, you don't need control over others or situations anymore, because you're a very mature person, you're a very an adult person. So you don't need to manipulate things, persons, situations to get your will through like a little baby. Like children do. They try to manipulate their parents to buy them stuff or to do different things for them. But when you come to becoming an adult, you don't need others to do a lot of loops for you. You can be very safe with yourself. So I feel that this is a little bit lacking with this person. They think they need to control others and control the situation, and maybe they would feel like consumed by this kind of safety situation. They will feel like they lose control and they gave it away to someone else. They were just becoming adult persons, able to kind of decide for themselves, and then they need to move in with maybe someone else and lose their sovereignty, just like that. So that might be what scares the most. But Magician is a very good card, especially together with the Page of Wands. It's a lot of fire energy here. You can create whatever you want. So no one is trying to tie you down. You decide, and it's you that will stand with the regret later if you did the wrong choice. So I guess this is a lot with the Two of Swords, this challenge, like, how do you know what's the right thing to do? Well, to start with, listen to your soul very closely, to your soul, to your soul's longing, more than to your ego and your control needs. That could be a good way to sort out what's right and what's wrong. And here comes a Queen of Cups. So it seems like the Page of Swords, Page of Wands person that's challenged might feel like there's a feminine aspect still having a lot of control over them. So someone is controlling them by their emotions, and maybe by, it can be like emotional like someone manipulating someone in an emotional way, like crying a lot and getting their will through. This seemed to be what one of the side is thinking here. But in the same time, this is also when you go as this revolutionary energy into the moon, you will find that you have a lot of emotions of your own. You might find a heart there. So that's even better, because now you can really guide yourself towards the right direction if you have found your beating heart. And that's usually what happens when you let go of the Two of Swords and kind of throw yourself out there. You feel the beating of your heart. drumming like crazy because you're scared. And when you find this heart in this challenging situation, so you know what you want then. That's easier, okay? Because your heart is probably showing you the right way to go. So the next card underneath the Queen of Pentacles and Ten of Pentacles is Ten of Swords. And this was a little bit what I felt before, that there might be some time here that's very important, that if you miss a door here in time, the chance might be gone. It might be like, well, this person wanted some safety, some building something maybe together with you, and when you finally find this heart, they might already have moved away and continue on their journey, because it's not so flattering with someone hesitating a lot if they want to be with you or not. So it can be so that this person that once was very stable and loyal with the dog now have become more like this, and kind of saying no to you when you are actually coming forward and yes, okay, I want this. Well, it's too late with the Two of Swords card. But it doesn't have to be this gloomy. It might be also coming from Temperance, the Moon, and Ten of Swords. So it might be that the old childish way are gone. We can see here that the Ten of Swords is kind of penetrating the backbone of this person. So it's like the old way of being needs to go. The old egoistic way of being needs to go to be able to build something for the future together with other people. You can't be like a little child, always want your will through, because this is not going to work. It's going to need to be balanced between people. So be aware of taking someone for granted in this situation, or someone taking you for granted. If someone is taking you for granted, they might wake up soon, so there might be time to wait for them a little bit more if you can have the patience, if you are not already like on your way out of this relationship. But if it's like you have gotten an opportunity and you don't take it immediately, the chance might be gone when you finally want it. This is what I'm trying to say. Okay. So underneath the Two of Swords and the Chariot, we have a Seven of Cups, and this is the card of no substance. Like it feels again like a person isn't really mature. They haven't really decided what they want. They can't really know if they want to travel, if they want to marry, if they want to have children, if they want to be like doing something reckless and dangerous instead. So the Magician is saying, well, it's really, really, really time to make up your mind, decide what you want to create, because this bus isn't going all the way forward. It's kind of going back and forward between halfway to one town and then back again, because it's like you're changing your mind. Or someone changed their mind. Someone might have withdrawn their offering and now saying, well, it's too late. I don't want you anymore. I will go for something else now. So it's really this feeling of urgency here. One mistake might make your plans go empty. Okay. Because with the Ten of Swords and Seven of Cups, that's kind of people feeling betrayed or backstabbed and feeling like, well, there were no substance to that relationship or that situation. They really didn't want the job. They really didn't want a relationship with me. They didn't really love me. So it's through. It's over. So we'll see if, more hopeful maybe here. Wheel of Fortune is a trick card when it comes to this, but it's really like a karmic situation. You have seen this playing out before, so do something differently this time and you might resolve some karma. People think that karma is something that they have done that was evil, but it's kind of more something they have not done. Something they were too afraid to do, or they went up to the challenge. So be up to the challenge this time and take the chance that comes with the Wheel of Fortune. It seems to be very prosperous, and it comes from the Queen of Pentacles here with this dreams of future. It's a lot the same coloring and energy in this card. It's dreams, but one is very persistent. They will reach their goal, and one is like, well, I don't know. So from the Queen of Pentacles, it's come a very relentless energy that it's now or never, kind of, with this here. So, and it's a chance of love, but an adult love relationship on equal terms, not anything that someone needs to chase the other, that really wants to be free. Well, be free, I will go on with my life. It's kind of this, what I see happening here. And it might be going on at work situation as well, with the Ten of Pentacles really central here. So, wisdom of the hidden realms for you to see more clearly into this situation. Oh, okay, Metal King anyway. So Metal King, discipline, armor, boundaries, like a person not wanting to really change their ways. They have things under control, like the Magician here. So it might be that you have a hard time letting other people into your life, and eventually they won't let you into their life either. So try to quicken up with deciding what you want. Diamond Dreamer, like, what do you dream of? What do you want? And also be careful for what you dream of, because heaven might get this for you. So be really clear on what you are currently creating here with the Magician and with the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups again is Cancer energy, so it might be the same queen, or it might be like what I said before, like the feminine aspect within you. Try to be a little bit quick about this. Tear down some walls, open up your heart, and be a little brave. It's what I see. And then we'll take some cards from the past life oracle card for you. See what's behind all the fear, all the hesitation. Finances. Finances is self-worth. You just discovered your self-worth, and now you're going to give it away to someone else. Food and hunger and orphan. Yes. The Page of Wands and Page of Swords, especially the Page of Swords, is usually a person that have learned to take care of themselves. No one else is there for me and meeting my needs. So I need to see to that this is happening, and using the Magician, your own skills. Orphan children can be very smart, and they run away when adults come. So this is a little bit what I feel in this situation. And maybe you are more secure when you meet your own needs. When someone else is in the mix, there's much more to lose, because if you fall in love with someone and they don't want you then, so what to do? So this might be the worst fear of it all. It might not be that you need to be free and decide for yourself. It might be that you don't trust the other person, that they really will stay there for you. So when you finally open your heart, you will be betrayed. This is maybe the greatest fear of all. And everything that you fear, you usually create. So stop creating the things that you don't want. Stop to fear this if you can, and start trusting a little bit, because it seems like there's a ship ready for you to sail off in the sunset if you want to. But if you are believing that when you open your heart you are going to be betrayed, this is probably what's going to happen, because you are going to do some stupid thing that make them betray you, because you want to repeat this old karma of you being the only one that can take care of yourself and meet your needs. So it seems to be what's on stake. You can change this karma. It might have gone on for a long time. You might have been an orphan child, felt like this for a long time, maybe even many lifetimes. And now it's time to get rid of that old fear and actually taking a leap into being an adult person. So believing that you can take also being left by someone that you really love, being an adult enough to be able to face this kind of risk and go for it anyway. Okay. So I hope this helped and that it resonated. And thank you so much for watching this far. And if you want to, I will be here in the middle of January to read for you again. So you're much welcome. And I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Take really good care. Okay, bye-bye.